Well, hello everyone and welcome. Thanks for joining us for another incredible, wonderful Zoom call. This one is going to be about team up and a rising tide lifts all boats.
That's right.
And this is Marty Turner along with my lovely wife Cheryl. We're master coordinators with Shackley, and I hope that you're all excited about team up because I'll tell you what a fun thing to do as we're building our business.
It really does help you create momentum. And it for me, it took me out of my comfort zone. And that started a lot of growth.
Absolutely.
And now what we're going to talk about tonight isn't exactly how it's going to go because they haven't announced anything yet. And the fact that they haven't makes me think the prizes are going to be amazing. And so this is what the points were last year. We're just kind of loosely following that. If you personally sponsor a new distributor with a $150 order, you get 3 points.
Yep.
If you sponsor them with Meology or Prove It Challenge, you could get 5 points. And then you get an extra 5 points for every $75 bonus. And then 10 points for every 5 distributors that your team sponsors with a $150 order. And 25 for everybody who gets promoted to business leader or above.
So it's all about Meology, sharing Meology and having people do the assessment.
And Prove It Challenge. Yep. And the assessment I didn't have on there, but they'll probably give you points for how many you send out because that's been part of the pattern this year. And then you get more incentive trip points. So whatever you're working towards, it's going to give you more, and it might make that little bit of difference that gets you on the trip. 15 for all team members.
Yep.
When each member earns a minimum of 5 points. That means they sponsor one distributor. And then the team earns a minimum of 75 points. So again, these will vary a little bit, but not much.
That's
right.
And
then you and your team can earn other incredible rewards. Also, first, second, third, and fourth get super prizes. And that's something that we'll find out more later. I wish I could tell more. We were in the top 10, I think, last year, and we got luggage and all kinds of wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
But we had 2 people on our team that were poised to get promoted. So it's not just what they were doing now. It's like that ship in the Suez Canal. Yeah, the high tide floated it out, but they worked their butts off to get to that point. They had been digging and tugging and all that to position it.
Yep. So there's incredible incentives. And now these are just an example of some of the prizes, whether it's these binoculars or the Yeti cooler, some incredible chairs for outdoor by the fire pit, glasses, mini fridge, you name it. And the fact of the matter is that Shackley makes it so much fun. So all we have to do is just go out there and do the things that we're going to do. And these quarterly prizes can be yours. So Team Up is there for you. If you haven't already, talk with the person that you're working with, your upline or some of the people in your downline, and get your teams formed. All right. Shackley knows more than any other company how to say thank you.
Right.
And get your teams together right away. So,
and these were the things they got a choice from, like this little Bose speaker down there.
Yeah.
They could choose from these items. So maybe they'll do something like that.
So energy, it gives you definitely an edge to be able to start building momentum. As you said, it just kind of helped you with that. And then, of course, it helps you get focused on execution as well.
Right. And questions are the answers. We need to run the numbers. And if you guys have been talking to people, you may have made little notes. I used to carry a spiral notebook, and then I started doing it on little cards, and then I started putting it on a document in Word where I could keep notes on things. And I will post that document up blank in Word form on Paid to Be Green, because it's just a one-page tracker. Although Shackley has a tracker now in the Getting Started, so we should use that one. But anyway, let them know you have access to millions of dollars of research and studies, and you might be able to help them. And when we share Meology, we're doing it to help them. So go through your notes of people you've talked to in the past. This is the time to get focused. Share those videos of business presentations. We've done a bunch. Shackley has a bunch. There's lots of ways to share Shackley. Have fun with it. These were some images I found today online.
Very cool.
I will put these up again on the Paid to Be Green team, so you can take these, use them when you want to. I'll just post them on the page. You can just copy the picture.
And then add some copy as well to encourage people to do the Meology assessment.
Right. And I did put a little thing together here on the next slide. just some thoughts about, hey, I'm helping Shaklee test a new tool. It's a 5-minute survey about you and your top 3 goals for good health, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, I'm helping Shaklee test a multi-million-dollar algorithm that helps people find their top 3 keys to good health. So either one of these are going to be good. I will, again, put them up as samples. You can copy them and paste them, or you can copy them and just make them your own.
Yeah. And you can also pause the video if you want. But the whole idea is just make it your own, make it personal. We don't want you to sound like you're reading a script,
right?
But just know that if for a lot of people, like, I don't know what to say, this is at least better than saying something. And as I always say, good enough is better than nothing.
That's right.
That you don't have to be perfect. And if you're waiting to be perfect to practice this, to do it, you'll probably never do it. So getting ready to get ready is not the way to do it. Just go out and have some fun and know that we're serving people's needs, that we're looking for people that want to see where they're at and want to take a free assessment to learn.
And I put on here, I'm giving a free sample to everyone who fills out the survey.
Right.
And I'm not saying that though, I say who tries it, because it's difference in the commitment level with trying it versus fill out the survey. So I think, and what I'm going to do is send them the little shake packets. I should have got one here for $5. It's already in the mailer. Shaklee does all of it. All you do is put their name, address, number in, and Shaklee mails it for you. So they get the shake. You don't cover any more postage. It's all included for $5. And for every 5 that people have sent out, they have sponsored one person. So on its own, it has a 20% sponsoring rate.
There you go.
It does the work for you.
Great ratio.
Mm-hmm. And then the only way you get that money out of the phone is to learn and share those resources. And so, again, we'll talk about this when we walk through the Member Center. We are covering this in record time tonight.
Absolutely. So, one of the big things that when we get started on anything is that we need to just simply do the work. All right. And focus, remove distractions. We all have maybe, it's funny when you think about it, but if you have multiple screens, maybe shutting down Facebook and some of the other things that might have pop-ups and what have you, understand that it's about patience, and then also, of course, pushing through the pain to extraordinary results.
Right.
All right. Because the whole idea is that you're trying to do something different so you can get something different.
Right.
And the cool part about it is that you're going to have to just simply say no to fear and do it anyways. And even if you feel the fear, do it anyways.
That's right.
Self-doubt, the fact of the matter is that if you feel that you can't do it, you won't. So you got to get rid of that, which is also, of course, self-sabotage belief. And then, of course, the indecision and procrastination. So the idea is that you have to be your own worst boss on judging your results and activities,
and
your own best boss on celebrating the successes that you have. Now, the nice thing about it is that Shaklee helps you celebrate those successes by being able to pick out some great prizes and enjoy some of the things. Now, one of the biggest things that I want people to understand is that the getting started part is the hardest. Once you're into it and you're seeing some results, you just have to make it part of your daily habit of the things that you're doing. So I love what Dr. Shaklee says. The future will be exactly what you think to make it. But the rest of the quote is, new thoughts will soon guide you to new experiences.
Absolutely.
And that's really what this is all about. We want people to have new breakthroughs, new experiences, and help a lot of people along the way. So focus on your income producing activities and understand that we're here to help you every step of the way.
And we had no idea how far we would go when we started Shaklee.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get free stuff. We wanted to make enough money to pay for our products. And then we got some people who got some people who got some people who got some people
so
who
now it was
brought in a Sean Gray.
Well, and it was a great part-time sideline income that became a full-time income that became a sustainable income, and it became then our only source of income.
Right.
And so the idea that we can count on something month after month, year after year is a beautiful thing. And knowing how many people we're helping all around the world is even better.
And the way we found our people was by consistently doing the money-making activities. Like Marty's the king of follow through, and we always followed up. We always answer the phone. And those are things that led us to people we would have never met.
Right. So get yourself a team, get focused, have some fun, and let's help a lot of people along the way.
That's right. And you guys know I'm excited about them getting that ship out of the Suez Canal. I've been to Egypt. I was there years ago. I actually got to float down the Nile on a barge. And, but like I mentioned earlier, to get that giant container ship from blocking the Suez Canal, they had engineers, and they really did need the stars to align. Yeah. Actually, they needed the sun, earth, and moon. After days trying to dislodge the ship, they were digging, they had tugboats, they were doing everything they could, and it had embedded itself in the canal. And then the team focused on the full moon, for real. And on that Sunday, the water levels were going to rise 1.5 feet higher than normal tides. They had to work fast to be ready for high tide. Yep. They knew that was their best shot at freeing up the canal and billions in global trade, because they had all kinds of other ships backed up. Sure. And having that urgency, and they had to do the right thing at the right time, they got it done. Tides are higher with a full or a new moon. With the earth or moon in the middle of the three, that causes a greater gravitational pull on both sides of the earth. So the high tides are higher and the low tides are lower. This time it was amplified because it was the first supermoon of the year. Nice. And when a full moon is closest to earth, the supermoon occurs several times a year. But when the tugboats couldn't dislodge the ship, they looked at how the supermoon could help free it. And they even had the head of the AP Global Ocean Network said that that day was vital. When the water levels would peak, higher ocean tides could give the salvage team the lift it needed to refloat the ship, but missing would be costly. Yeah. I mean, it would have cost them millions and maybe billions. And many, many vessels were already backed up. They brought in every tugboat they could get a hold of. 7 days after the spring tide, the sun and moon are at the right angles in relationship to the earth. And so that bulge in the ocean caused by the pull of the sun partially cancels out that influence of the moon. And that means the tides are lower, and it would take a lot longer to pull the ship loose if they didn't get it out at high tide. Yeah. The supermoon caused tidal levels to exceed 6.5 feet. Wow. That's taller than Marty. It's 19 inches higher than on March 23rd when they ran aground. Yeah. And they knew that was their best shot. A pair of tugboats pulled on the right, others pushed from the opposite side. They slowly pulled the front left side of that ship towards the center of the canal. This is on a night with a full moon. I'm sure it was very romantic. They got it clear. Even the crews cheered, Allahu Akbar, which means God is great. and the few inches brought by that spring tide made a crucial difference, adding thousands of tons of buoyancy to float the Evergreen. That's the name of that ship. Well, there's thousands of tons of buoyancy floating Shaklee right now. And if you ever wanted to maximize your potential, maximize growth and leverage, this is the time. Absolutely. Team Up floats all boats. That's right. The stars are in alignment. It's high tide. You can do this, and we're there to help every step of the way. It's going to be fun, you guys. Let's go do it. Awesome. All right. Last slide. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. I didn't say it was going to be easy. I just said it'd be worth the truth. Now, some of you are probably familiar with the Matrix. And the fact of the matter is that we all need to know when we talk about what we do and what the perception is we need to be truthful to ourselves and be bold, and great and mighty forces will come to your aid. That's right. You can do it, you guys. It's the right time. You're with the right company. You have the right system. Shaklee's doing everything they can to empower you and to help you create powerful residual income. Absolutely. Well, we look forward to working with you guys and celebrating your success. Shaklee looks forward to giving you a lot of swag gifts and wonderful things. And I'm excited about being able to share more with this. So get back with the third person who thought enough to invite you to take a look at this video. Get yourself on Team Up, get going, do the activities, enjoy the benefits, and we look forward to celebrating your success. You can do it. You've got everything it takes to build this business.